Hello, and welcome to the Patriotic Master Podcast. So, the 2024 election is looking like it's going to be pretty interesting. I'd say there's two things the GOP needs to focus on. The Senate, taking the Senate back, and holding the House. Because as far as I'm concerned, the presidency is beyond our grasp. Because the GOP made the mistake of nominating President Trump to be the GOP candidate for president. It was an utter mistake, and one of the biggest mistakes of our time. We should have chosen Ron DeSantis, but what do you expect? Trump is poisoned the GOP against true conservatives. I mean, just look at it. He's already trying to poison people against true patriots like Thomas Massie, Chip Roy, and Representative Laura Lee. 3 true ultra-conservative politicians in the House of Representatives. Because they actually stand up for what's right. They don't cower on the issues. They actually stand strong and actually fight for their constituents. I mean, this is getting ridiculous at this point. Like, why do we still support the guy or even endorse and support the guy for president when he's acting like a pure child? Like, seriously, that's the sad part, people. And this is why I'm going to write in Ron DeSantis. Because I will not vote for a man who disrespected the pro-life movement and disrespected true pro-life politicians. I won't. Because that's basically sacrificing my morals and my values. And I don't intend to do that. And this 2024 election, I just want to say this. We are going to see some interesting, very, very interesting races. Like, for instance, Senate races. We got some pretty interesting races this election cycle. Because, here we go. You had Mississippi. I mean, you had a solid candidate in Mississippi in Dan Eubanks. And yet, because of Trump, Roger Wicker won re-election. Like, Wicker just voted to renew the FISA warrants, or whatever you want to call it. And let's be honest here. It's not really one of the best choices he's ever made. Then again, a lot of these rhinos don't really ever like making the right choice. They do anything Mitch McConnell tells them to do. Because a lot of them are in his pocket. And because they're bought by the special interests. But we did have a good win in Ohio with Bernie Moreno. And I definitely think he'll go on to possibly win the election by maybe 5 points. Maybe 10 if we're lucky. If we can get the independents out there for him. And get, rally everybody to him. Because obviously the Democrats aren't going to go to Bernie Moreno. But if we can get the independents, the libertarians, and the GOP on the side, he can win that state easily for the Senate. And we can officially have a sweep of the GOP Senate seats for, I don't know. I don't know when the last time the GOP has held both Senate seats. But, hey, once again, the Senate will be in seats in Ohio, will be in complete control. GOP's complete control on top of the governorship and a majority of the House seats. Then you also got, in New Jersey, I'm endorsing Christine Serrano Glassner, a very true patriot and an amazing patriotic candidate for the U.S. Senate. I think she is possibly one of the few candidates who could possibly win in the state of New Jersey or possibly come close to winning in that Senate race in New Jersey. And I think with her, we'll do a good job in that state. We'll win districts that we didn't think we could win. So, and then in Nevada, I've endorsed and supported Sam Brown, the military veteran, and a really solid candidate. I think he can pull it off. If only the GOP would unite behind him, would rally to him, I totally think we could pull off a win there. And then in Nebraska, we got a special election. This is to fill out the rest of the Senate seat that was once held by... Crap, I can't even remember his name now. I'm sorry, guys. It's on the tip of my tongue, too. I can't remember his name. But the Nebraska Senate seat that Ricketts was chosen to hold the rest of the guy's term. This time, Ricketts is running for the rest of the term into the next election cycle for the next 6 years. And I've endorsed military veteran John Glenn Weaver. And here's the thing, John Glenn Weaver is actually solid on the issues, and I actually think he could do a good job in the Senate. And that's another one, is because I totally think John Glenn Weaver could actually beat Pete Ricketts. Because even as governor, Pete Ricketts was, let's just say, what's the word, sketchy? But, I mean, he was pretty decent on the abortion issue. So, I mean, Ricketts does kind of get a pass there. But, I mean, he kind of has been standing with Mitch McConnell. So, there's that. Then we also got Jim Banks, who is trying to run to replace Mike Braun, who is retiring to run for the governorship of Indiana. I wish Mike Braun the best of luck in that primary. He could probably win that primary easily. Or Susanna Crouch might win that primary. Who knows? We'll see. In 26. What? Oh. Anyways, and then we got Rick Scott trying to run for re-election. People say he's vulnerable, but I don't think he is. Rick Scott has been a pretty solid senator, so I don't think he will get replaced at all. And I think he'll hold on by maybe 5 to 10 points. Because if Rubio can hold on by 10 to 15 points, I think Scott could hold on 10 to 15 points. Maybe 11, if he's lucky. But I don't think it's gonna be a close race like it was in 22. I really don't. No, wait. I'm sorry, guys. I'm mixing it up here. It was, was it in 2020? Sorry, guys. I'm getting mixed up here. I'm trying to remember every single race, so. But yeah, when Rick Scott was up for election, when he first ran, he won by a slim margin, but I'm going to tell you right now, I think the people's favorability with Rick Scott definitely has gone up. Yeah, actually, it was 18. It just came off the top of my head that Sanders served 6 years term, so 6 years ago was 18. So, yeah, that was the thing, is we had Braun and we had Scott, both with Senate seats that were blue previously. Before 18, that were Democrat seats. Rick Scott and Mike Braun both flipped Democrat seats to the Republican Party. And these are in states that are going majorly red. And Florida is actually going far right red. Bright red, like dark red. Because they no longer like the Democrat Party. Florida is actually becoming a solid red state. So I don't think we will ever see a Democrat win that governorship or the Senate seats anytime soon. And also, I don't think in states like California, Washington, Oregon, New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Maine, Vermont, or Virginia, Republicans, I don't think will have a chance at taking United States. I do know that West Virginia will definitely be a flip this time. With Jim Justice, it may be like a 5 to 8 point flip. With Mooney, it would be a 10 to 15 point flip. Because Mooney's pretty solid. And I think he has a better shot at flipping that seat compared to Justice, who is just too pro-Trump and is funded by the rhinos. Like, you can't trust somebody who is funded by the rhinos and Trump. Because look at Trump's endorsements. It's like he endorsed Justice and Wicker, and they're both like establishments. Like, why would he support the establishments? It just kind of goes against his America First movement, because before he was all about defeating the rhinos and the establishment, and Wicker is a part of the establishment in the Senate. So suddenly it's like, what changed, Trump? Why are you endorsing these establishment Republicans in the Senate? And then another race I am looking into and that I've thrown my support behind is Mark Lamb in the Arizona Senate race. Because Mark Lamb's very solid. He's a good guy. He is a Pinal County sheriff. And he understands what's going on at the border. He has seen it himself. And he is actually understands what needs to be done in order to stop the border crisis. Whereas Kari Lake is a grifter. She's doing whatever benefits her. And she is just too pro-Trump. And look what happened in 22 when her and Masters talked too much about Trump. They cost us important races. 2 important races that we really needed to win. Because of Kari Lake, we lost the governorship of Arizona, and Blake Master blew us a chance at picking up the Senate race in Arizona. And we can't make that same mistake again. So therefore, this is me talking to the people of Arizona, is that they need to learn from history. Is that when you choose a 2 pro-Trump candidate like Kari Lake or Blake Masters, you only cause yourself to lose that race. But if you choose somebody like Mark Lamb, who is dedicated to fighting for the people and who will stand up for you and won't be loyal to one man, but instead be loyal to you, the people, and actually fight for you, you will win. But that's the problem, is most people don't want to look at it that way. They want to look at the candidate for whoever is the most pro-Trump or who is going to be loyal to him first. And this is why we have lost these important races. This is why we lost the Colorado Senate seat. This is why we lost both Georgia Senate seats. This is why we lost the Pennsylvania Senate seat that was held by Pat Toomey. Because Trump looked at it as in, who is loyal to him? And this is just how we can't pick our candidates anymore. We need to pick candidates by how solid on the issues they are. And when it comes to the House races, I've actually been looking a lot at the House races in my home state of New York. And I've actually thrown support behind many candidates, done endorsements, did live videos on Twitter, not Twitter, X. I keep forgetting that it's changed, that must change it to X. That on X, as of recently, I actually pulled an endorsement for Claudia Tenney, who used to represent the 22nd District, and I am now endorsing her primary challenger in the 24th District, Mario Frato. Let's be honest here. Mario Frato is honest, he's trustworthy, he's very respectful, he's an attorney. Let's be honest, he knows what it takes to do the job, and he is actually going to be honest with the people of the 24th District. Whereas Claudia Tenney, it seems like she just, lies. Because she tries to claim Mario Frato's not America first, and yet she voted for amnesty. And she even went as far as to vote against Vegas's amendment, which would have made the government get a warrant in order to spy on the American people. Claudia Tenney voted against it, saying that the government has the right to spy on you without a warrant. I don't know how much more, what else I have to say in order to get the point across, is that when a representative votes against a bill, an amendment to a bill, stating that the government has to get a warrant in order to legitimize their right to spy on you, then I don't know what does say that I favor betrayal by the government, other than telling the people by your vote that the government has the right to spy on you without a warrant. That is sad. It is sad that Republicans would vote on that. Would vote for a government's right to spy on you without a warrant. So, yeah, people. So, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, so I repeat myself, I ask the people, if you are in Arizona, please support Mark Lamb and let's help him win that Senate for the GOP. If you are in Michigan, support Justin Amash, help him beat Lisa Slotkin, or whoever the Democrats put forth. If you are in Nevada, please help Sam Brown, a true solid conservative, win that Senate race so we can take back the Senate. And help, if you're in West Virginia, stand with Alex Mooney and help him beat the Democrats and flip West Virginia's Senate seat back to the GOP. And if you live in New York State's 24th Congressional District, then I ask you, please vote for my fellow American and fellow patriot and true solid conservative, Mario Frato, and help him unseat incumbent Rhino Claudia Tenney. So, from Patriotic Master to you, the people, this is Patriotic Master signing off. Thank you for being here today, people, and hopefully you have a good rest of your day and have a good week, my friends. This is Patriotic Master live from the Patriotic Master podcast, signing off.